Good morning, team.
Good morning, everyone.
Happy Wednesday, FOMC day. Hi, Patrick.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. As always, let us know if you can hear us. And before we start, a very quick disclaimer, a few seconds. Please read this carefully. Thank you very much. All right. So today we're gonna look at some charts. We're gonna look at some data. Before we start, yesterday we had a really good session on FOMC preparation. So if you missed that, you can find it live here under our YouTube channel. Tim, one of our trader in the macro room, really went through all the things that he's watching for, how the market could react. So we had a very good session yesterday, and today we're going to talk about swing trading this afternoon, and then we're going to look at the event and see what happens after the event. But for today, there's a couple of things that we want to monitor. So the first one is the VIX. It's VIX expiration this morning. So a lot of the options are expiring. So I think it's key to monitor the VIX levels. So here we have them in the chart. We have this 17 high vol level, very important. We have our JAX1 here, 17, 18 actually, and then we have our one-day max and one-day minimum. Another thing that we can monitor is looking at our swing levels for the VIX or for any other stock or ETFs. So these are like our 5-day predictions. So I'm gonna show you where you can find them in the bot, but here we have our level at 1892 from 0913. We have our 1948, and then here we have our lower band at 1528. So what we can do with the bot is we can look at our swing models, 5 days and 20 days. We can type VIX. Here we can see the different levels right here, and these levels are the same one that you will find in the chart. We can also do the same with our SPX. So monitoring, for example, what are the swing levels for SPX, and then we can come back in the chart and add them here as well. So we're going to talk about swing models later today. So we have a session dedicated to that. So I don't think, Patrick, we spend too much time there, but maybe I will pass it on to you first to look at your chart, and then we can continue from there.
Yeah, let's go. So what I want to show you here on the ES chart is how you can work with our levels. So I was plotting now every level what is relevant for the ES. So it's the blind spots from the SPY, the blind spots from the SPX, also the gamma levels and the swing trading levels. So and this is something really cool. So we can see really clearly based on this where we have our resistance levels, where we have our support levels, and this is not objective from your personality. It's based on data. So we can clearly see that we have at the moment a range here a range. We have high concentration in this area where we have many levels, high concentration to the downside here. And if we're breaking through something, if we're going to the downside, so we have also the next concentration areas here. And this is the same also on the top. So when we get maybe FOMC or something is really crazy, we have also high concentration areas here in this area. So, and I think this is really cool to have on your chart. To map this out. We're speaking always about how to map out your trading roadmap. This is some concept how you can use to find really good the high concentration areas. It's like your heat map, what you can use. And I personally use this also from my side to looking where we have high concentration, which areas is really strong, which areas can act as a magnet. And this is something what I want to show you today. That's are the levels. I will make a screenshot from this. I will post this in the free Discord for everyone. what you can see now, so that you can have any idea how it looks like. And I will say, Fabio, this is from my side for today, for this morning, to give you an idea about the levels. And I will pass this now to you, Fabio.
Thank you. That's great. So the other thing that we want to look for, and we're going to go quickly in our screeners, we want to look at changes, in particular, like change in jacks, negative change in jacks. So we have one of our screeners here that you can find within the account dashboard on the screeners. So if we look at the highest change in jacks, we can quickly see that IWM, so there was a lot of jacks or gamma exposure added for IWM last night, QQQ, Intel, we have VIX, of course, Google, Apple. And then if we look at the highest negative change in jacks, we see, for example, TLT, gold, GDX, so gold miners. So monitoring this flow, it's very, very interesting. I can tell you a story during the day, so you can use it for preparation. We use it to understand how things have changed. So for example, I want to look at the matrix, for example, and if I look at the VIX, so if I find like a name that I'm interested, I want to see then the data right here. So we can see that one day compared to the day before, we have added 65 million of jacks right here. See the different expirations, so the expiration for today and the different weeks and months coming through. And I can do the same for any other assets. So monitoring kind of like how the market is reacting. Then I want to look at my net jacks chart and see how things are changing over time. So here I see SPX, but I want to go back in time and see like how this has changed, if the levels have shifted higher or lower, very important. And then I also want to look at our 0 DTE levels. So if I look at our multi-expiration chart, I want to look at, okay, so what is the market position for this morning, for this today's expiration? And how are they positioned in the future? So are there more like bullish positioning or bearish positioning and so on? And then come back to the chart, bring up our levels, like Patrick mentioned. We added blind spots too, so you can see basically how the levels would react. And then we can also do the same thing on any other asset. So one thing that we look for is also like max 7. So looking at companies like NVIDIA, like Tesla, in preparation for the event is also important. So yeah, here we can plot everything very easily in the chart. Let us know if you have any questions.
And again, feel absolutely free to join our free Discord. I will post later after the call the screenshot what I was showing you in the live. So the areas between the 1-day min, the 1-day max, the high concentration, so that you can see it. For all other members who are subscribers, I will also screenshot for you what areas are above the 1-day min, so what we should looking for, and also what is below the other one, so that you have also an idea.
Yeah. And again, key event for today, obviously, is monitoring FOMC, VIX expiration this morning, and and be prepared for potential outcomes. So if you missed the session right here, you can watch it again. So we talked about commodities, we talked about small caps, we talked about gold, we talked about silver. So there's a lot of really interesting insights right here. And then really waiting for the event. Nobody knows what's going to happen. The market probably has priced in some sort of movement, but we'll see what happens this afternoon. And then again, we're going to be live again at 4. So we're going to talk about it in more details. And yeah, please let us know if you have any questions. So that's a good question here. What does the change in jacks represent? So change in jacks represent the positioning. So this chart that I show you, represent the net gamma exposure at different strike price. So what you want to see is accumulation or changes in those bars that are visually available to you, so that you understand, like, for example, this 755 is becoming a very important level, and there's a lot of gamma at that level, so it can become a market reaction zone. So what you want to do is you want to monitor basically where the levels are, and those are the levels that you can then add to your chart right here. So those JAX levels are right here in your chart. And then basically you want to monitor if you see changes. So for example, if there is a shift between a lot of red bars from the day before to a lot of green bars, you can quickly understand that there's been a change in positioning from the market. So that can become a sentiment indicator coming from the option market. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, makes sense.
And if you want to learn more about the models, everything is here. So if we go to our website and you click under products, you will get all the information about the different charts. So if you look at net gamma exposure, you can find it right here. Click here, and then you have all the data that we show and all the different guides that can help you understand better how it works.
Yeah, and don't forget, we have also the Academy. If you want more, listen to something, you can also use our Academy. There are some people who would love to read something, other ones love to listen more. So we have both.
Yeah, and this one is available for free. So if you create a free account, you can access this course on gamma levels right here.
Correct.
All right, so I think let's get ready. Market is opening in 15 minutes. Let's obviously monitor our risk for today. It's going to be an important event, so there could be a lot of price swings throughout the day. So please be aware of that. And then we're going to see you again this afternoon at 4 p.m., where we're going to talk about swing trading, and we're going to look at the event after the power speech and the FOMC today.
Yeah, and also if you're not in our Discord, make sure that you sign up for the free Discord. Maybe you can go really quick in the free space. So we will share every day some really nice insights with you. So Fabio was posting also the Bitcoin chart from today. It's a roadmap, very nice. So you can ask any questions what you have. To the day before, we was sharing the SPX level, so we were giving you insights about this. NQ, we're giving you the Cooper insights. So every day there is something, and I think it's very useful for you to join us. So it's getting information, get educated on a high level. And yeah, so I'm happy to see you there. And if you want to speak with me one-to-one, also as a free member, you have the ability. You can join me in the live session. You have to click on the link. Everything is set up. It's together with my calendar, and then you can book it for free. And we can speak about MenthorQ, and I will cover your personal questions individual.
Yeah, which is I think is an awesome opportunity. So guys, I would suggest you to use it. I'm gonna book a session with you, Patrick, as well.
We have every day a session together.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, guys, and see you later.
Bye-bye. Have a good one. Happy trading.